Want more ways to connect to the show? You can like us on Facebook to start with, facebook.com/married to the games, or follow us on Twitter at MTTGcast. Ha ha! Oh, yes, yes, y'all. Yes, yes, y'all. It's Married to the Games. Kids and wives and 9 to 5s. 015.
Dude, I'm sorry. I couldn't stop.
You couldn't even do like 30 seconds.
Dude, that was amazing.
Yes, yes. That's right. It's Married to the Games. We back at it. It is, right now for us, it's the day after Christmas. And we're going to usually talk on Tuesdays, but we were like, man, let's save it and we could talk about what we got. So that's what we're doing. We're here together after Christmas. Timothy Hall, how did it go?
There was a lot of games. Games made up about half of the gifts for me.
There you go.
That's a good Christmas right there.
Yeah, there were a
Lay
lot
it
of,
on us.
There were a lot of the ones I picked out on Black Friday, so I told her for a few. What's that?
So Krista didn't have to do any shopping. You did it all for her.
Yeah, kind of. We went to the.
That's perfect.
We went to Walmart on Black Friday, and I was kind of like, "Well, this is a really good deal. This is a really good deal. Oh, yeah, this one's good too." But I told her with like the rest of the money, I was like, "Just get creative, you know. Just lay it on me. Find something." So I got Little Big Planet karting, and
that's good.
I'm pretty excited to crack that one open, and XCOM. I told her, basically, I made a little list for her because we couldn't find XCOM that day. So I made a list, and at the top of the list, I put, no matter what you do, I don't care, you know, how you want to go about the rest of this list, but get XCOM. Just
Nice.
Find it, buy it. I don't really care how much you spend on it. Just buy it.
Nice.
And I stand by my decision.
Good. Are you guys list people? I'm not a list person. Like, do you, number one, I don't make lists, but Jenny kind of makes lists. It's called Pinterest. And so
Right.
like anything on there, she's like, just get anything I pin. But for some reason, I've got a really weird thing with buying things off of a list. So I always have to buy something that she's not asking for.
You have to jazz it up a little.
Yeah, I gotta throw a left curve. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I hear you.
So I didn't know if you guys were the same
I don't
way
know.
or not.
I'm a list guy for sure, just because I make spreadsheets of everything that I possibly can. I don't know why. I just like to have that stuff organized, I guess. And my list was pretty detailed too. Like it had like, well, here's where it's going to be this price on this day, and you know, here's when the best time to get it'll be, or you can price match it here. And I just kind of had everything really detailed.
So were you surprised by anything?
Yeah, because on Black Friday they had like what was it, old school Ninja Turtle sleep pants, and she was like, I'm sorry, I could not find those, and then I opened them up on Christmas.
No way.
Oh.
Yeah,
Are
that
you
was
wearing
pretty
them right
awesome.
now?
I wish.
You should be.
No, I was
Yeah, you should be.
wearing them yesterday, and yesterday pretty much the worst thing that could happen happened when I was playing XCOM. So I'll go ahead and just tell this story now because I guess this is part of my weekend or week wrap up or whatever.
Yes, it's the whole weekend update. Go right ahead.
Yeah, with XCOM, autosave is not on by default.
Shut up.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
What is that?
So I don't know, man. When you start up the game, like there's an options menu. And it's not like a typical options menu either. When you change options, you have to save it by pressing a different button than you normally would. And it won't tell you if it didn't save. So like if you just back out, it's not going to say anything. So, but when you go in there, autosave, like I said, is turned off by default. And the game really doesn't, I mean, you can save it with the menu, but it really doesn't let on that you're going to want to do that. Like it seems like it would save it naturally, which that should be on by default. But
Right.
I'm just saying, I played through like 4 hours of the game yesterday and none of it saved.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that sucks.
And I was doing really well too.
That's who doesn't set the default the autosave as default anywhere? Like, what person do you know of has to go into options first and select everything? Like,
No, I know. Autosave is just like a standard now. And besides
right, you
that,
put in
like
your disc.
yeah, besides that, when they autosave, they automatically save multiple versions for you. So it's not like they're overriding something.
Right.
Which doesn't make
They're
any
backing up.
sense. Like, autosave should be on by default if it does that, because they're not really like, it's not like they're, you know, messing with your saves or anything like that. They're saving multiple versions.
And
So
you know
it's
what's
like,
so crazy about that is, like, most games give you the warning that it's going to be auto saving.
Oh yeah, that's the first thing, and
You know what I'm
they
saying?
show
Like-
you the icon that auto saves it too. Like, here's the icon. This is what'll happen when it
Not-
auto saves.
not-
yeah,
only
no,
is
it
it
does that when
usually
you start
on-
up this game too. It shows you the autosave icon, but autosave's turned off.
What?
Wow, that doesn't make any sense.
It makes no sense. Like, they really dropped the ball with turning that off by default, because there's probably a lot of people out there that just started up the game without going to options and don't realize
Oh, yeah.
that it's not saving.
I would do the same thing.
I don't
'cause
go to options
I'm so
first.
used to it. No,
Well, like, I was being real careful about it too. Like, I was like, I don't know if I should turn this off, because I was like, I don't really know if it's saving or not, because it wasn't showing me any icons or anything. I was just like, whatever, it'll
That's-
be there, and turn it on and it's not there.
do you think that's
Huh.
kind of a something that has to do with the fact that XCOM was really more of a PC game before it was a console game?
I don't know. I kind of wish I knew somebody that had the other version of the game, like a different console, because
Yeah,
maybe they just messed that up on the PlayStation or something.
yeah,
That
I don't
is
know. 'cause
crazy.
It's because I never looked into too much of XCOM because I thought it was more of a PC only game and not a console game.
No, it's like it's a really accessible strategy game, and it fits really well on the console. To be honest with you, if I was playing it on the PC, I'd be playing with a controller, because it really lends itself to a controller.
But you like it though. It's good because I've heard like a lot of people are like, man, this is kind of the sleeper of like the third or fourth quarter of 2012. Like, a lot of people liked it, but it just never gained a whole lot of ground.
It will be the sleeper hit, and it's really a testament to how good a game is by the fact that it has these strange glitches. The game has weird stuff.
Okay.
It has horrible frame rate in a lot of scenes. It has screen tearing. It has all these little things that a game would typically get reprimanded for, but it's still a 9.5. You know what I mean?
Wow.
That's a
Really?
testament to the game.
That's incredible.
It's a good game, and I think the thing that made me so mad that I lost that first 4 hours is that you're building up your troops, and as you like, what it does with the game is it gives you like random default troops that you have, and it automatically gives them names and countries of origin and all that stuff. But as you play with those characters and they progress, they start to they gain skill that they kind of go down their own skill tree automatically. And then from there, like, it gives them nicknames and everything. Like, it starts to personalize the characters for you. So you kind of get a deeper attachment to the characters. And I lost all my first ones. So
So you have to start from scratch all the way over again. Ugh.
Well, at least it'll be better the next time through, though, at least.
But yeah, I played about a good 5 hours of that today, and I'll probably be playing some more tomorrow because I'm off work. So
There you go. Okay,
Yeah, you are.
let me ask you this, Hall, since we're into talking about your Christmas. Name the games you got in the order that you think you'll be playing them.
well, obviously XCOM.
XCOM is obviously first.
Yeah. I got the Batman games, Arkham Asylum and Arkham City.
Awesome.
Woo.
Awesome.
So I think I'd probably play through those next, and then Little Big Planet karting. I'll play with the wife. I also got Lego Batman 2. We'll be playing that together.
Oh, I heard that game is great too.
Yep, I've heard so many good things.
I played the demo and loved it. It was great.
Yeah, I mean the Lego games are fun. I got the God of War saga,
Oh, nice, all 3.
And it comes with the 3 that are on the console, and then the 2 that were on PSP, I think.
Nice.
Nice.
And I think that might have been all I got.
That sounds like you'll be busy.
Obviously, today Tim and I got to go out to Best Buy. So,
did you get anything today?
Oh yes.
Yeah, I picked up Dishonored today. Tim picked up some more. He'll obviously talk about that in his update. I've been stretching my update for minutes and minutes. So,
oh, that's fine, man. I love it.
So where will Dishonored fall in that list?
Well, don't forget he's already played some of that because he redboxed it.
Yeah,
I did play a lot of that. I ended up buying it for the PlayStation 3, so I'll be starting over anyway. I think I'd probably play that before the Batman games, actually.
There you go.
Batman games are kind of like evergreen games. You know those are good. But with Dishonored, I'd like to finish that quickly. So just have it done.
There you go.
That's awesome.
Tim Router.
Yes, sir.
I got the pleasure of hanging with you on Christmas night. Went over there for some good freaking home cooking. It was incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
we had a good time.
Parents-in-law killed it. Well, I guess who made most of it?
It was Lauren's mom. She's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
She was hustling on Christmas Day. I mean, she was basically on her feet for most of the day. And by the end of the night, I said, "Mom, please just go sit down. I'll take care of everything else. Everybody just relax because you guys worked it. It was crazy."
That's
but yeah,
awesome.
it was fun. It was great. You, Jenny, and Amara came over, and Amara and Piper were just playing it up. And let me tell you something. My daughter is spoiled. Spoiled. Rotten to the core. I am in deep trouble. I am in so much trouble. So she got a ton of stuff. It's half of it's still under the tree, and half of it she hasn't even touched yet.
Right.
But so throughout, like I think November, December, Mommy decided to look online. You know, when we go to bed, you know, like she's usually on her iPad and she's looking around. So she was accumulating quite a few different things for her. So she got a pile of that, and then to top it all off, her sweet aunt and uncle got her a radio flyer.
Yes.
So so we put her in that, and we're like wheeling her around in the house, and it was hilarious. And we ended up putting Amara and Piper in it, and that was hilarious. They were loving it. It was
they had
hysterical.
a good time.
So she got an absolute ton of stuff. In Hall, and we totally missed you, man. That would be fun because Gabe, I didn't tell you this. I had upstairs. I had Double Dragon Neon ready to go, and we just never got a chance to get up there and play it.
Dang it!
It was all set. I had I had the controllers charged. I had them ready to go, and we just never got to it.
Yeah, the couch fluffed. The couch was ready to be sat on.
The couch was freshly fluffed, ready to go, and we just never got to it, which is fine. It's Christmas. We have to be with our family.
Yeah.
But it's all good.
I mean, it's like I told Tim, man, we were kind of recovering from the drive back, so
yeah, because you guys went up to Ohio, and so
I totally understand that.
You're definitely missed. But so let's see. So Lauren and I are still recovering from our nose, sickness situation. She's still trying to get this head cold out, and I'm still stuffed up. I still have some weirdness, but it didn't.
I meant to
really
tell
hurt.
you, I got sick before we came back too.
You're welcome.
Yeah, everybody's getting sick, man. We're all a bunch of sickos.
But it's you do what you do. We power through, and we still had a great Christmas. My sweet wife, I'm just gonna the little disclaimer. She is the bomb. My wife got me an iPad Mini.
That's
for Christmas,
right.
And it is awesome. And like I was always like tossed between, should I get an iPad? Should I not? Blah blah blah. I don't really use it because I use my phone all the time. But man, this is sexy.
It's a different world. It's a different world.
It's a total. Yeah, I mean, it's beautiful, and she got it for me, and I think in the note on the wrapped present, she said, "It's because I love you this much," and I was like, "Yes, you do." So she's great. So that was the big prezi that she got me, was an iPad Mini, which was really awesome. But prior to that, I had told you guys that like the weekend before, I had Christmas with my parents, and they gave me some Best Buy cards and a GameStop card and a Visa just credit card, a gift credit card. So that was burning a hole in my pocket from then through Christmas. So like Christmas Eve, I was running some errands with Piper, and we did stop into GameStop, and everything was still full price. I'm like, what am I doing here? This is like, I got to go after Christmas. So I just walked out of there, and thank God. So today, so this morning, Hall and I, we met up at Best Buy, and I have to give shout outs to cheapassgamer.com is a place where we get a lot of our resources for deals for games.
Right.
But there's a lot, some of the registered users posted the Target ads and the Walmart ads. So we knew exactly what was supposed to be on sale the day after Christmas. And I have got to say big ups to Best Buy. They're bringing it for video gamers now. Like their video game department is rocking. They priced matched everything. So I got Far Cry 3, Hitman, and Dishonored all for $39.99. Because they were all advertised. Like I know GameStop had Dishonored for $39, Target had Far Cry 3, and they were like, sure. They price matched everything.
That's awesome.
And man, I was like, so I got my gamer rewards too because I'm I'm part of the Gamers Club. So I have got to hand it to Best Buy. They are throwing it down. They are giving GameStop a run for their money. Because the funny thing is, after that, there's a GameStop right down the street from that Best Buy in Cool Springs. So Hall and I went over there, and it was like night and day. Like they had, Gabe, I told you one of the things I was looking for was the Mass Effect trilogy, and they didn't have it at Best Buy, but Best Buy was advertising it for $39.99, and GameStop still had it for $59. And I even asked, I said, "You guys price match?" And we're like, "Nope." I'm like, "All right,
yeah, see
so
ya."
I put it back, and I'm like, "Forget it." So the only things I got,
I was gonna say, Gabe, I had him buy 2. I was like, buy 2. Play through it a little bit and see if you like it, because it'd be kind of stupid to buy the whole thing if you don't enjoy it.
I agree with that decision.
That was very smart advice. So I got a pre-owned copy of Mass Effect 2 for $8, and I also went a little left of center and ended up picking up Dragon Age.
Really?
Which, yeah. So I'm like, yeah, I'll give it a whirl, because Hall was like, I've got it, I just haven't played it, and I was going to do Dragon Age 2, but Hall was saying, I've heard a lot of things that the first one's better. So I got that for like $8 too. Not even.
I mean, I played the demo of 2 too. Like it
happens.
Play 1.
Yeah. So I mean, all in all, like this day was great. I got 5 games, and my head's about to explode, and I don't know what I'm gonna start playing. And Hall for Christmas, because he went out Black Friday, he hooked me up and he got me some games. He got me Dead Space 2, which I've been dying to play. And he got me Borderlands 2 and Grand Theft Auto 4.
Oh, nice. There you go.
So it was awesome. So we all had a little gift sharing, and the Patillos got me a nice Carmike movie gift card. So the wife and I will at some point have a movie date, and at some point I have to catch up on all of my movies because I haven't seen a movie in a long time.
Hey, you should see it. You should use it to see a video game movie.
Yeah, that's a great. Wreck-It Ralph, maybe.
Yeah, Wreck-It Ralph's probably the only one that's worth it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, amen.
Okay, so give us a mock draft of what you think the order will be that you'll go in with these games, because you got a bunch.
All right. Well, before I do that, let me pose a question to you. Do you guys complete games first, or will you like stop, play one game, stop, play another game, stop, play another game, or do you have to? I feel like I have to go all the way through on one game before I go to the next. Do you guys do the same?
I think I'm about to adopt your method, Tim. I used to just play a couple of games and just juggle them, but I don't think I can do that anymore.
Yeah, my fingers.
I'd like to finish games from now on.
Yeah, my fingers are a little older now. They're not as young as they used to be. So I noticed that, like, even jumping back on Hitman, I was like, oh, what's the buttons again? You know what I'm saying? Like, just little stuff like that makes it, when you've played a game and you've beaten a couple levels, then you're like, maybe a quarter of the way through or whatever, and you're well into the game. Like, the tutorial is over. So you gotta, kind of remember exactly what you're doing, and so I'm a little bit more power through it nowadays. I used to be the same way, juggle them. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll play this, then play this. But I think too, controls didn't used to be as in depth as they are now, And so
you're right.
I think that has a lot to do with it. And I used to PC game a lot, and I used to first person shooter a lot. And so on the PC, you can always bind whatever key to whatever action. So I could be playing, Counter-Strike and, a bunch of these other first person shooters and just change the controls to whatever I wanted them to be. So I didn't have to learn anything new.
Right.
But, with PlayStation, it's totally different.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. So your answers are basically stressing me out even more because I do the same thing. I'm a completionist, so I want to finish a game and then move on to the next. So I have a ton of games to play, and I'm kind of stressed about it. Like, I don't know. So right now I'm continuing my Borderlands adventure, and I really like that game. It's a lot of fun.
Nice.
So I think I'm at level 11, which, Hall, is that getting me like halfway toward the end of the game, or am I even close?
I don't think so, because I think when I finished the game, I was 30.
Oh, good
or
Lord.
38 or something.
Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah, you got a ways to go, man. That game it's long, but it never gets boring, I don't think.
No, it's fun. I'm really enjoying it. I really just like the art design of it. It's different and it's cool. I said, man, play one and enjoy one, but once you get to two, you'll be like, you'll be saying all the same things, except it'll be like even more intense than you're saying it now, because there was like 3 years between the two. Yeah, yeah. It reminds me of Mad Max a little bit, which I kind of like.
It's got that Mad Max vibe to it.
Yeah. So I'm not going to play Borderlands 1 and 2 back to back. I think I'm going to do Borderlands and then take a break. I don't know what. I think I'm going to do Far Cry.
Ooh,
because
there you go.
I know that's a long one, but that's like, it's supposed to be just really killer. I've heard so many great things.
That's got a bunch of heat on it right now.
Nice. Yeah, it's got a lot of heat. So I might do Far Cry. And then I may go back
do that because I think my copy is coming early January. They basically sold out till then.
Nice. So I've got that. I may go back to Borderlands 2, and then I'll probably do Hitman. And then I want to go back to Dead Space 2 because 3's coming out February 5th, so I want to get prepped for that. And then I'll go to Dishonored, and then I'll probably hit up Mass Effect, then Dragon Age. I think that's the order I'm going.
Woo! That's some good games.
That's not bad.
It'll be at the summer by the time I'm up at it. And to top of that off, we got new games coming. We got Dead Space 3, Tomb Raider, and of course, I'll say it once more for this podcast, The Last of Us will be coming out as well.
Naughty Dog needs to we need to be a commercial for Naughty
coming
Dog.
Out. Your list is going to change.
Yeah, it is. So I'm not going to get a whole lot of sleep.
I'm sorry, I just kind of steamrolled over Gabe there.
No, it's fine.
No, it's all good. So that's me. Gabe, please tell us about your Christmas.
Oh, Christmas was good. It was nice to be home this last weekend, and Christmas was a little weird. I didn't say it on the podcast last week. I maybe shoulda, but me and Toby and the gang were a part of the Disney Christmas parade, and so which airs on ABC on Christmas morning. So we're watching the Christmas parade, Disneyland, Disney World, and there we are, and that was a little weird to see myself on television on Christmas morning. I was like,
it was awesome, Gabe. I saw it too because I turned on the TV and I think it was God sent because like 5 minutes later, that's when you guys go on. I'm like, there he is, Gabe's on, and I knew you were going to be on the parade, and I'm like, oh, this is classic, and it was awesome. Good job.
I should have watched it. Dang it.
Oh, dude, it was classic. It was really great.
So it was just I just
imagine being in the same room as Gabe watching it and being like, you're a phony.
Exactly. That's not live. You're a big phony.
You're a phony.
So that was crazy. Just from the sense of like Mario Lopez was one of the hosts, and for him to be like, ladies and gentlemen, Toby Mac. I was like, oh snap, we just got introduced by AC Slater. That's amazing.
That's right.
That was kind of the highlight of my day. I was like, I know AC Slater did not just introduce us on television. That's the bomb.
That's so awesome.
I should have done the Lisa Turtle hop for anybody who's a Saved by the Bell fan. But
that's awesome.
Yeah, it was great. And I don't know if you guys know this, but my birthday is 2 days before Christmas, and so it was just a big love fest. I was feeling the love. People were giving me all kind of gift cards and hugs and messages on Facebook and stuff like that. So it was awesome. It was a good couple days, and now I leave tomorrow for the road. So it's like over and putting it back in the drive. Yeah, exactly. Yep. It was a drive-by Christmas, but
that's right.
But it was really good, man. And I got mainly gift cards, which was nice because then I could kind of, since I'm cheap, I could kind of pick out my own stuff and make it work and stretch the dollar. So I got Assassin's Creed 3 for my birthday. My boy Wally hooked me up. My sister-in-law gave me some money, so I went to GameStop and got Hitman because even though it wasn't advertised, they were selling it for $39.99 on Christmas Eve. And so I went and picked that up. Ain't mad at you. And then I got Sleeping Dogs today from Best Buy because it was on sale for $34.99, even though it wasn't advertised.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah. Yep. So, I'll take it. And then I feel like I got something else. I just can't remember what it is. I think that's it. That's so awesome. Far. So I still got I
think we have a ton of stuff to play, and we're barely going to be able to get through it all.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. And I
think that's the bottom line.
Exactly. And I've already started Hitman, and I think I might go. It's hard because I'm already into Sleeping Dogs from when I redboxed it, but then I got Mass Effect 3 sitting there staring me in the face, and Assassin's Creed. But I just beat Brotherhood, so I'm I might let Assassin's Creed chill out for a minute. So it's up in the air between Sleeping Dogs and Mass Effect 3 next, but Hitman first because I already started right when I got it. I unwrapped it and was playing it, and I think it's great.
Man, that reminds me, I got Mass Effect 3 sitting on my shelf too.
Well, don't go to the ending. We all know that. Just download the DLC instead or whatever. I don't know.
All right. Next game I'm going to play Resident Evil 6.
Yeah. Gabe, I meant to tell you, they had Resident Evil 6 on sale on an egg cap at Best Buy, and I kept picking it up and putting it in Hall's pile the whole time.
Nope.
He's like, dude, get
not
away.
Doing it. I told Tim, I was not even if it was $10. Nope.
No.
What if they would have gave you $3 to take it?
No, he had this look of disgust on his face when I gave that to him. He was like, no. That was awesome.
Amazing. So yeah, that's me, man. I think it's because I've been going back and forth, and I want to ask you this, Router. The reason I feel like I got a new game is because Walking Dead was free on iOS, and I know you just got the iPad mini. So I called you and I was like, man, download that so we can talk about the difference between that and the PlayStation. Did you get to play it at all?
Did, and I gotta say, I like it.
You like it?
I think I think so. Here's the thing, because Gabe, you're gonna be gone 4 days out of the 3 every week from here till April or whatever.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be bunking it in the bus with an iPad.
Right.
I'm gonna actually change my opinion from last podcast from console and say stick with the iPad for now then, because you're not gonna get home. When you get home, you have so many other things to do, and I kind of like it. The swiping of it is the flow is actually pretty decent. You don't get to maybe explore as much because all the little dots come up for you versus you trying to hunt them down.
Right.
That's the only real big difference in the console version. So I say go for it. I think it'll be good.
Okay. I like that.
So I would say go because you've done 1 and 2, right?
I've done 1 and 2 on the PlayStation. I've only done 1 on the iOS.
Yeah, so I'm gonna call an audible and say do the rest on the iPad, and I think you'll enjoy it.
Okay.
Because to be honest, for The Walking Dead, it's really not. I think the reason why it's become so popular, it's not the gameplay. The gameplay is actually kind of archaic. It's not archaic, but it's very basic. It's point and click.
It's not fast moving either. Yeah.
I'm not really I wouldn't be too concerned about how the game plays. What everybody is captivated by is the story of it and how emotional emotionally attached you get to it. So that's what I want for you. You know what I mean? Like the gameplay is all fine and good, but I want you to go through the story and experience it because it's really good and it's very emotional and yeah. I think that's the way to do it. So
Nice.
to me, it doesn't. To me, like looking at this versus looking at the console, it doesn't matter how the gameplay goes. I just want you to take that journey because I think you'll love it.
All right, I'm with you on that. And I got to give
Thank you.
a shout out to my freaking Xbox Live people out there. Walking Dead Episode 1 is free on Xbox Live right now until the 31st of December.
That's awesome.
So only a couple days. So go get it. If you've been thinking about trying it and you didn't want to take that jump because you didn't know, go at least try it. Episode 1 is free. So now it's been free on almost everything. I think they, to try to, get people wrapped into it. So free on Xbox Live.
And you know what? They're smart. They're really smart for doing that. I mean, it was the same thing they did for Borderlands 2. Right before Borderlands 2 came out, they had Borderlands for free. And look at me, I'm starting to play it now, and now I'm hooked, and now I'm going to get Borderlands 2. Same thing. They got Episode 1 up. People, I think, are going to get hooked on it, and they'll probably end up getting a season pass for it.
After 1, I got hooked on it because I already had the whole thing. So my sister had bought it and played through Episode 1 and went straight to 2, no problem. So yeah, I mean that's why they do it.
I completely agree.
So that's awesome, man. I say when you're in your bunk, you'll probably in those episodes they're not long, so you may get through like 3 and 4 in like maybe 2 nights when you're in the bunk.
Right, yeah.
So you better have some more iOS games ready to go afterwards because you're going to probably go through it pretty quickly.
I know that's right. I'm definitely going to fly through it. Router, did you have something for us?
Yeah, I just had there's no real new releases. We're all now waiting for January. I know the first big one is Devil May Cry. That'll be in January, I believe. Mm-hmm. But I mentioned Dead Space 3 is coming out February 5th. I'm really excited because EA just announced that Dead Space 3 demo will hit Xbox Live and PlayStation Network January 22nd.
Oh, nice.
So so that's why I kind of want to get Dead Space 2 in. I've seen the gameplay. I kind of know the story, but I actually really want to play it. I mean, it still scares the hell out of me. It's good. It's just a good game. I mean, it's like there's a lot of jumpers out at you. You're like, and you have to kind of be, I know, but you have to be quick on the draw, but it's really cool. So I'm kind of excited for Dead Space 3. I'm not too excited that they added a second person so you can do co-op. Because I know in Dead Space 2, you're alone. It's just you. Now you have somebody else to kind of tag along. So I'm a little curious how that's going to go. But hey, I'm on January 22nd. I'm on it. Demo.
There you go.
So I'm pretty excited. Now, they did say something that Xbox owners who have an opportunity to actually play it a little bit early on January 15th. So what they have to do is register for a code. If they go to demo.deadspace.com, they say that it's a first come, first served basis. If they enter in, they'll get this code, and the offer expires January 14th. So then if you get that code January 15th, you can start playing the demo a week ahead of everybody else.
There you go.
So that's pretty cool for Xbox owners.
Yeah.
A little love for Xbox, and that's all fine and good. So that's definitely one I'll be downloading and testing out.
Nice. There you go.
I think that's all I got. And Hall loves Resident Evil 6.
No.
I want to plug for those guys that are out there that are like us, that might be ballers on a budget, like I like to say.
Yes.
There's some holiday sales that are just going on until the 31st. I'll run them down real quick. Journey's on sale. Mafia 2. These are just some I picked out. Metal Gear HD Collection, which I'm a little about, because Metal Gear, if the HD Collection, if people don't know, it's the PS2 Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty, Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, and then the PSP's Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. And so
weird.
Yeah, they're all kind of upscaled to 60 frames per second and 720p. And I was like, man, those games are really popular, and they've just kind of gone by me because I haven't played any of them except the first one, I think. I think that was the one where you had to plug your controller into the second one on one of the bosses or something crazy, because it was just crazy game. Was that right? Is that right, Hall?
Yep.
Yep.
So I'm
hang on a second. Hang on. Yep.
Are you on Storage Wars or something?
Yep.
Storage Wars.
And then Ratchet and Clank Quest for Booty is on sale. Retro City Rampage was a kind of a cool looking 8-bit.
Oh, that's free on PS Plus.
Type game. It's free for PS Plus. It's $10.49 for everybody else.
I can't wait to play it.
And then the Simpsons arcade game marked down from $9.99 to $6.99, and PS Plus users get it for $4.90.
Yeah, I got to get that game too.
But Router, I know you were talking about trying Journey. Journey's usually $14.99, marked down to $10.49, but for Plus users it's $7.35. So
I gotta get it.
$7.35 ain't bad.
Yeah, that's good. I gotta grab that.
Buy it.
Hall,
I will.
give us something, Hall. What you got?
Man, I really wanted to butt in when you guys were talking about the Xbox Live stuff because they caved.
What you mean?
Let me just say they caved. Now get
it's gonna be free
on your What's that?
Is it gonna be free?
No.
Oh, they didn't cave that much.
No, not. They're not caving on that. On your iOS device, you can get an Xbox game, and you can earn achievements on your iPhone.
Is that allowed?
No way.
Is allowed.
That's some kind of blasphemy, isn't it?
Yeah.
When I heard about it, I was like, "This can't be true." It's true.
Wow.
So they
no way.
Because see, the thing that they were doing with Windows Phone 8 is they were saying, "Look, we're going to make Xbox games for Windows Phone 8, and you can earn achievements on them, and that's going to be our selling point for Windows Phone."
And how's that going for them?
That's why a game showed up on iOS, I'm sure.
Wow. Microsoft caved, and probably just because Windows Phone and Windows 8 is, I hate to say it, I think it's struggling a little.
But who is it caving really? Is it Microsoft caving or is it Apple caving?
No, it's definitely not Apple caving because they're not the ones who are they. I don't even think they go to any app developers anymore. I think because app developers just come to them because they're like, well, let's see, the iPhone is 50% of the market share. Duh.
Yeah, well, and plus it's open. Plus it's all open source, so it's like, hello, open source to 50% of the market. Yeah, I think I'll do that.
I know that's right.
Yeah, I mean, with a closed system, it's like they can develop things and not have to worry about them getting hacked and stuff. So
I just hope that at some point somebody's running it and gets the blue screen of death on their iPhone. I think that'd be hilarious.
That would be amazing. I would not be surprised if the app is just a DOS emulator.
Be like, did it just crash my whole phone? I would love that. I would get so much joy out of that.
That would be amazing.
That's like one of the Windows Phone requirements are like every program has to be made in DOS.
Yes. That's awesome.
Oh, shoot. You have to do everything on the virtual keyboard. You're like, freak.
Yep.
C:/ Deltree.
Yep.
Check disk.
Check disk.
Run blah 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 .exe.
Run
Microsoft.
game.exe. Yes.
Oh, Microsoft.
That's hilarious.
Merry Christmas, Microsoft.
No, I mean, I thought it was really funny because it really does show that they're eventually just going to give up and start developing for the iPhone. But it made me kind of excited because I'd like to see everybody kind of put stuff out on the iPhone. I know Nintendo will be our last hope. But, iPhone and iPad, if we could see Sony and Microsoft putting games on it, that would be so awesome.
But here's the thing. Why wouldn't they? Okay, so if they don't want to submit to the master that is iOS, why wouldn't they link up with Android? Because Android is giving iOS a run for their money. It's not as much, but at least
Sony did. Sony has the official like PlayStation certified or something weird like that, where you can play PS1 games on your Android or something.
Yeah, but I mean, Android is
something weird like that.
But Android is a good operating system. I mean, from what I know, I mean, I don't have an Android phone or anything, but I know it's definitely given Apple and iOS will run for its money. Why wouldn't they just pair up with them? I think they just have this idea of like, well, hey, it's still Windows and Windows is still relevant, but to do a Windows Phone with its own operating system, I don't know.
Well, Microsoft, I heard that Microsoft was trying to kind of do what the iPhone does, where there's one device, because the thing that brings in the app developers is having the one device.
Right.
Because then you only have to develop for like one or two or three standards. Where
Right.
the iPhone screen resolution, they've got like between the iPhone and the iPad, there's maybe 5 resolution standards.
Right.
Whereas you've got in the Android market, you've got
a billion
multiple different resolution standards, processors, RAM requirements, everything.
Yeah, there's nothing cohesive. There's not
exactly.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, so with the iPhone, it's so much easier because you're only developing for a handful of standards. And even then, it's like so little people use the 3G or the 3GS anymore. They probably don't even develop for that anymore.
Yeah, and I was about to say they're forcing people's hand a little bit, because some of these games I've been downloading lately are like, won't play on anything before the iPad 2. And you're like, great. Like, because I'm the iPad 2 guy. I'm like, shoot, my device is about to be, out of here.
Gabe, did you say
Gabe, it won't, because the iPad mini is the same resolution.
Yes, sir. Yeah, new life.
Yeah, you're safe, man. You're safe.
Wait, Gabe, did you say you have an iPad 2?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I think you're fine.
I hope so.
Yeah, that's why they made the iPad mini the way it was, so that literally everything could just be ported straight to the iPad mini.
Right,
like
when you have to mess with it.
Rewriting necessary.
Golly.
Yeah, that's it.
But
that's
yeah, I mean I think that's why Microsoft and Sony would be in their best interest to just develop for iOS devices, because there's a smaller amount of standards. And I mean, you can ask Gabe. Gabe's an Android guy, but I mean,
yep.
Does Android really have anything on Apple as far as tablets are concerned?
Nope. I have an iPad.
Mr. Gabe Patillo, everybody.
Yep, that's it.
I mean, I have an iPad. Well, I didn't even think about getting a Droid tablet.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes the free and open market is less of a good thing than you think.
Exactly. Even if something's a better idea. Like, I actually really miss WebOS, which nobody even knows what it is, but it was Palm had it for a little bit. And
yeah, I mean, it looked neat.
WebOS, I had that phone, and it was probably the best operating system I've ever messed with when it comes to like intuitive design of getting around, multitasking. It was the easiest and best for that. Now, it didn't have any apps. The screen, the phone sucked, and the screen resolution was like, some stupid low, like Minecraft. But but the way it worked, I felt like was, the best. I still miss it. I'm like, gosh, I wish this was freaking WebOS. I could get around on this thing so much easier. But like you're saying, free ain't always best. Timothy Hall, you have some Christmas memories you wanted to talk about. You want to go down that lane?
Yeah, real quick. You guys have any good Christmas memories about stuff that you got on Christmas? I had one that I wanted to talk about. I remember when I was I think it was like 4. My parents took me over to somebody's house, like they were going to babysit me. All I remember is they sat me in front of a Genesis, and I stayed there until my parents picked me up.
Until I was 16.
Playing one game. That was the thing, too. I was just playing Sonic over and over again.
Nice.
It was because it was amazing.
It at that time, I think I had played the Atari and some NES.
Oh, then your socks was getting blown off.
No, I think we had the NES. I don't remember. But either way, and that was like probably a couple months before Christmas. And I remember waking up Christmas morning, and I opened like a bunch of these Genesis games, and I'm like, well, I'm bound to open a Genesis, and there was no Genesis. And I was like, that's weird.
No way.
And they were like, oh yeah, run upstairs, and I'm like, oh, okay, run upstairs, and it's hooked up. So splash screen of Sonic. So I was like, yes.
That's amazing.
And that Christmas, I'm trying to remember what I got. I got Hyperstone Heist. Do you guys remember that?
Nope.
Or Gabe, do you remember that?
I don't. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Don't ask me, buddy.
That was the Turtles game for the Genesis.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. What else did I get? Oh, man. Castle of Illusion.
Yep, sure.
That Mickey Mouse game.
Yep.
Which I have that. I don't know how I have that. I have that game still. I don't know how.
I think I had that one.
God, what was some of the other ones I got? Toe Jam and Earl, I think.
Yep.
The first one.
Sure. Yep.
And I remember a couple years later, I got The Menacer. Do you remember that?
The Menacer. I feel like I remember that name.
It was Genesis's version of the Super Scope 6.
Oh, I had the Super Scope.
Yeah. The Menacer was terrible.
So was the Super Scope.
Yeah, the Menacer was terrible, but it had a Toe Jam and Earl game where you threw tomatoes at stuff. That's all I remember.
Yeah. I remember playing one game on my Super Scope and being like, okay, well, that was fun. Do you guys still have the receipt? Because we could probably still take it back. Tim Router, you got one?
You know, this year has been kind of an interesting holiday year because since Lauren and I have lived in Nashville, and we've been married 14 years, we have always drove up probably like the 23rd of December every year, and we go and we drive up to her parents' house up in New Jersey, right outside New York City. We've always spent Christmas Eve and Christmas there. So this was the actual first year that we have not done that in the 14 years we've been down here. So we actually had Christmas Eve and Christmas here. I got to say it was a little weird, but it was actually really nice because I think it was nice for Piper to have Christmas in her home, and that was interesting. But I love that drive of just driving up there with the anticipation of we're going to be up there, we're going to be right near New York City, so we can go in and see the tree and do all that stuff. But we're still going up. We're going to go up this Sunday, and we're going to spend a week up there because we have Lauren has so many friends and family up there anyway that we can't not still go back up there. So, but yeah, we would always Lauren would hustle at the store a couple days before we leave, and then typically the night before we would drive, we would have our own Christmas together, and we'd exchange gifts under the tree, and it would be like 10 o'clock at night, and then we'd pack up everything and then go from there. And I mean, they're kind of more recent memories, but they're just that's what I've always thought Christmas was. It was just doing that kind of stuff, and I enjoyed it, man. It was fun, but it was really nice to actually be here for once
and get a bunch of video games.
And really, the bottom line is I can actually stay home and play some video games before I leave now, which is great.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Because now what has to happen is Lauren's parents, they don't even have a flat screen in their home right now because they're in the process. They're going to be moving down here probably by the middle of this next year. So her whole family's moving down to Nashville because they love it, which is awesome. But they don't have any flat screen TV. So I remember last year I was driving up. I brought my PS3 and I was playing Skyrim at the time, and I knew I had to use composite, right? But I hooked it in and it just wouldn't work, so I wasn't able to play. Well, today Hall was telling me, "Oh no, you have to hold the power button down on the PS3, and that'll switch it back." And I didn't know that back then. So Hall, I wish you were there last year. Now that I know that, I'm gonna probably bring my PS3 up and play on a crappy TV. But so what? At least I've got, like I said, I'm still stressed out about this. I got so many games to play. At least I'll start knocking some stuff down.
You gotta get at it.
Now, see, Gabe, I told Tim, I was like, well, it wouldn't have really mattered if you knew that last year anyway, because you can't play Skyrim on a SD TV.
I do agree. Yeah,
just an error message would come up. Just an error message nope, sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, I tried to, and you cannot read any of the text.
Oh, Hall, I did. I had to play Skyrim Composite for probably, when did that game come out? November 16th or something like that? Somewhere
then
around there.
My friend, have the sharpest eyes.
Well, no, it wasn't that. Because I couldn't see where the mission icons were up at the top. But like, it was funny though because like two weeks later was Black Friday, and that's when I got a flat screen for upstairs, and that's when like the angels started singing when I played Skyrim. I'm like, holy crap, I can see everything now. I know where I'm going. It's a Christmas miracle. But yeah, so I remember that.
Clearly now the high def's on.
Yeah, it was pretty amazing. So now, like, I'm gonna go up to Jersey and kind of downgrade. So I need to pick a game that I don't have to focus, like that I know the settings are kind of tucked in tight on the screen a little bit more. But we'll see.
Do you play sports?
Yes.
Okay, well, take a sports game.
Yeah. Well, I don't play a whole lot of sports games. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, me.
I don't know. I'll find something.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine trying to play like XCOM on an SD TV.
No. You have to play like NHL 2013 or something.
Right. Yeah, I can't. I don't think I could play a really high concentrated game. Like I was thinking of Dead Space. I'm like, nah, there's too many things, too many icons and stuff that you need to worry about. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm.
Speaking of standard definition, Gabe, when Tim and I went to the GameStop today, we saw that Midway Arcade Origins game, and I was like, oh, that's the game I was supposed to buy.
Yeah. That looks amazing.
It's got like Joust and Defender and all those awesome arcade games, man.
Or you could come to my house and play it on an actual arcade.
Yes, can we?
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say you had the game. I was gonna be like, tight.
I do on my arcade.
He does. He's got his own.
Yeah, I know you probably got the. I was saying the PlayStation one.
Oh no, sorry.
Because
my PlayStation's going to the bus.
You know, I used to like playing games standing up in front of a thing, but now I like sitting down with the controller in my lap. That's a lot easier.
Yeah,
you got to do it every now and then.
Yeah, I agree. I think the common PS3 gaming stance is feet up on the coffee table, leaning back on the couch, controller just right in your lap.
That's right.
Yeah,
drool rolling down your chin.
Yep, I think that's the standard.
That's awesome. Anybody got anything else before we get up out of here?
You got the question.
I got a question for you.
Bring it.
It's actually a two-parter.
Okay.
Sorry. First part to Timothy Hall. You got any New Year's resolutions? Because the next time we talk, it'll be 2013.
I would like to finish all of the games that I need to play by probably like
May 6th.
March.
There you go.
Oh, that's a good goal.
That won't happen if I buy that arcade Midway game, because then I'll be stuck playing that forever.
I know, with no story and no ending to any of those games.
I don't need no story. The story is me achieving the high score. That's the story.
Router, you got a New Year's resolution?
You know, I always think about, like, I want to be more efficient at what I do with my job. I don't know. This year, I want to continue to be a good father, a good husband, to be there for my family and to provide.
There you go.
You know, I'm not gonna cop out and do the I want to lose some weight and all that stuff. That's a given. I want to stay healthy, keep doing what I'm doing, and just be here, and be the husband and father that I think I'm supposed to be. That sounds really corny and really deep, and I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
It's a good goal.
I'm sorry I threw that at you at the end of the podcast, but it's true. I mean,
it's like the youth group answer.
Oh, good. There it is. There it was. I was waiting for it.
Exactly. I know I don't do resolutions for some strange reason. I think because resolution automatically means you're not actually going to do it.
Right.
Because I've never seen anybody actually stick to a New Year's resolution. So if that's the case, I resolute to answer the phone more. So I'll start off really strong in January and then peter off sometime.
Yeah.
Is this a reference to me not answering the phone?
No.
I'm actually really just bad at answering the phone.
I know. I'm just playing with you.
Every time I try and call him, it's just like you either have to text him or you have to throw in some sort of a video game reference, and then you'll get a call back.
What? You're talking about Gabe or me?
Gabe.
Okay, good.
Me.
I haven't had a problem
Okay,
calling Gabe,
okay.
but I've only called him a couple times.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I pick up.
It's all good.
Okay, so besides Last of Us, which is obviously about to be my answer to this question,
Of course.
what in the gaming world, what are you looking forward to the most in 2013, Router?
Tomb Raider. I really am. I think, and what kind of sparked that too was I think was Gabe. Was it you that tweeted on Married to the Games last week about Naughty Dog refusing to change the cover of The Last of Us because it featured Ellie as the lead and
Right.
what's his name? Sam. Is that
No,
his name? What's his name?
only because you asked me, I can't think of it.
I know, I can't remember anyway. Well, whatever dude is in the background. And I'm really proud of Naughty Dog for being like, no, because, and I think it's kind of funny that the marketing aspect of it for video games, that they, it has to be a manly thing. It has to be very masculine. It really doesn't, folks. Let's be honest. Like, let's get some good, strong females in there. And I think Tomb Raider can totally lead the way because Lara Croft is a badass. There's no way about that. And I'm excited for that game. And, because she can be like the feminine side of video games and still be awesome. Like, think about it. Like every man is going to play a woman. You're going to play Lara Croft in Tomb Raider. So deal with it, and that's awesome. I think that's really cool.
There you go. His name's Joel, by the way. Joel.
Thank you, Joel. That's it. Joel and Ellie.
Timothy Hall.
Probably just kind of seeing what the new consoles are, because they're going to show those off this year.
Of course.
But yeah, Tomb Raider would probably be the game I'm most excited about, just because I'm excited for them to throw away all the old. I'm just excited about them throwing away the old Lara Croft and starting her with the new one. Because really, she was started. I think the whole reason she even was a character is because they were like, well, we're making this game where you got to look at a person's butt the whole time, and we'd rather it be a chick than a guy. So
right,
let's do that
instead of Larry Croft.
Serious.
Larry Croft was the original thing. They're like Larry Croft Tomb Raider just doesn't have a ring to it.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah,
sounds like a mechanic.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
And then Larry Croft became Nathan Drake, so it's all good.
Yeah, it all worked out.
Exactly. They all had Nolan North doing Lara Croft at first. They're like, shoot, we got to change this up. I think mine's gonna be a little weird. I have an addiction like heroin in my veins to Plants vs. Zombies.
Nice.
And PVZ 2 is coming out, I think, spring of next year. And I know it's like this stupid little iOS game, but for some reason I love it. And so I'm like weirdly, stupidly excited to see what they do in the second one. And it's not going to be anything groundbreaking. It's not like they've set up anything that's crazy, and Plants vs. Zombies is not super different than other tower defense games. But for some reason, I just love it. I think I love the simplicity of it and the fact that it can still be, at times it's really hard. And so, I don't know, I love Plants vs. Zombies. So shout outs to that. And so I'll be playing that in 2013, and I'm excited. And of course, like you guys are saying, I live half my life on a bus, and, I'm in the bunk a lot. And so anytime I could be having something on my iPad that's entertaining like that is always nice to pass the hours as we're driving down the street.
Yes.
I hope the Vita gets cheap in 2013 for you.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I don't know if I'd get it still. Which is a shame. Unless when they announced the PS4, unless there's a huge integration between the two to where it's almost like a Wii U, like you can do this on the screen and tap this, but you're going to be playing this up here, then maybe. But for me, already carrying around a laptop some weekends, iPad, a phone that's as big as a tablet, and a Vita, I don't know if I see it happening. Unless they come with something really dope.
Integrate remote play and make it accessible over Wi-Fi or something like that.
If I could play, Yeah, if I could play my console games on a device and take pause on my console at my home and then be able to pick up my portable and go somewhere and continue the game, I'd be a happy man.
Yes.
They'll get there. They'll get there.
Let me ask one quick question. I'm sorry. I know we're running a little long, but so here's my question. Next generation consoles, are we all getting them this year, or do you think you're going to wait?
2014.
Yeah, let them get those bugs out of there. Unless something crazy launches with it.
Right.
Unless something I cannot turn down launches with it.
Well, and that could be Uncharted 4. You never know. But I think that's always been my rule with with software. They can get bugs done quickly with patches and fixes and all that stuff. Any new hardware, my motto is I always wait a year.
I think that they're not gonna let the same things happen that happened last time.
Right.
So
yeah, they're gonna be
you can pretty much guarantee each console is going to be $399 or less.
Which would be great. Which would put it right back into that.
Exactly.
Yeah, maybe I'll get it. You know what I'm saying? When the PS3 first launched, I was like, yeah, right. You know what I mean? It was like a whole check of mine at the time.
There's going to be less hardware qualms. You can be sure of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the online services, they're going to have to be reworked. They're going to have to do something to them.
I think it's going to be super important for PlayStation to stay free, and that's going to keep them in the game when it comes to that.
Well, I think it's going to be. I think, to be honest with you, I think Xbox may go free.
Then
maybe
PlayStation
they'll go
will be in trouble.
Free online play and do kind of the Plus feature, like how PlayStation Plus does.
I'll tell you what,
man, it's great.
Because realistically, people will still subscribe to Xbox Live because the people that are subscribing to like Xbox Live Gold aren't just doing it for the multiplayer features anyway.
Of course not.
So they could just give that stuff away, and they should.
Yeah, I agree. I tell you what, ever since I got PS Plus free for a year, I don't think I'll ever go without now.
Yeah, me neither.
It's just been
I love
too good.
It's such a good value, really. I mean, as long as you stay subscribed, you get to play everything that you technically get for quote-unquote free. And that's kind of an added value right there. I mean, I've already gotten so much worth of games out of a, $50 a year subscription that it's just totally worth it.
Absolutely.
I completely agree.
But then again, I have way too much stuff to play, so it's like, what the heck?
Why do I keep downloading? I just downloaded Crazy Taxi from the Dreamcast days on the PS off of PSN. I just couldn't help myself.
Was that $5?
No, it was $2.50.
Come on!
Oh yeah, PS Plus.
Even better.
I couldn't even.
I got that on the
not
Xbox
pass it
already. Otherwise, I would have bought it.
Gosh, I loved that game.
Oh, it's so good.
Louise. So good. We need to get up out of here.
Yeah,
man.
So, ending the night out. We appreciate y'all listening. I can't do it.
Dude, are you smoking a pipe right now too while you're doing that? Like, are you in your robe? I can just see like fireside, fireplace robe.
I thought you were channeling Coast to Coast AM or something weird like that. I didn't know.
Awesome.
Oh my gosh,
that is awesome. Well, boys, last podcast of the year. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to everybody out there. Thank you for listening. It's awesome.
Exactly, man. Shoot, I can't believe it's gonna be 2013.
I know.
Is all kind of crazy stuff going to happen this year because people are weird about the number 13?
No. The Mayans were wrong. We all lived after that one, so I think we're good. Unless the good Lord takes us this next year.
I think the 20s are going to be funny because people are going to call them the 20s, but we're going to automatically think of the 1920s because.
Yeah, yep. We'll go back to the flapper days.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I know that's right. Jump, jive, and wail. Anyway, we going to get up out of here. I'm Gabe Patillo. Timothy Hall is here. Tim Router is here. We are Married to the Games. We appreciate you guys listening. 2013. We'll see y'all next year. Peace.